Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I bring to you some disturbing news coming out of the United States of America. According to the New York Times, the US has drafted a list to impose a full travel ban on 6 Caribbean nations and 22 African nations. This is a serious matter. This news has been carried by several news outlets throughout the Caribbean and African region, sparking tremendous debate and outrage and panic among Caribbean and African people, the citizens in the country. Well, the leaders on the Caribbean side, namely Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia and Dominica, the prime ministers have came out and claimed that they would not have received any information from the US to say this is true. So this story is developing right now. It is very serious because a travel ban to the Caribbean region will cripple the Caribbean islands. This means no tourism that Caribbean islands depend on. The hotels will close. Traveling back and forth will be interrupted. There are more Caribbean people living in the US than on the main Caribbean nation islands. So they will not be able to visit their homeland. Caribbean nationals will not be able to travel to the US, and this can cause a significant crash in the economy because we have been tied up to the US for many years, and the system the US have here in the Western Hemisphere, the Caribbean is like dependence on the US. This is not good. That is why I say the mission of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. We can no longer depend on the Western powers, my friends, because we see what is happening in the world. The world is changing rapidly, and it is time that we in the Caribbean and also on the African continent adapt to the times. Now this list, back to the story, this list comprises of, as I said, 22 African nations and 6 Caribbean nations. It has 3 sections. The red list, all travel will be banned on the red list. The orange list, visas will be sharply restricted. And the yellow list, which the US give these countries 60 days to address concerns. The list reads, draft list of proposed travel ban countries. An internal Trump administration proposal lists the following countries, though whose citizens could face restrictions on traveling, entering the US. Some countries may change in any final order. I'm just going to list the Caribbean and African countries. On the red list, which states it's a total ban, the African countries and Caribbean countries are Cuba, Libya, Somalia, Sudan. Those are on the red list. And in South America, Venezuela, of course. And on the orange list, the Caribbean and African countries are Haiti, Sierra Leone, South Sudan. And on the orange list, which is the largest list, we have the Caribbean and African countries are Angola, Antigua and Barbuda, Benin, Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Cape Verde, Chad, Republic of Congo, Democratic Republic of Congo, Dominica, Equatorial Guinea, Gambia, Liberia, Malawi, Mali, Mauritania, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Sao Tome and Principe, and Zimbabwe. I think all these countries, almost all of them, 99% of these countries are African and Caribbean countries. And a travel ban, let me explain a travel ban for you and what it entails. A travel ban is a restriction imposed by a government or authority that prevents individuals or groups from entering, leaving, or traveling within a specific region or country. Travel bans can impose for various reasons, including health and safety, to prevent the spread of diseases, example COVID-19 restrictions, security concerns, to protect nationals' security or prevent terrorism, diplomatic or political reasons, as a form of sanctions or punishment against certain countries or individuals, legal or criminal issues, to prevent fugitives from fleeing or to restrict movements of individuals under investigation. The specifics of a travel ban depend on the issuing authority and the circumstances under which it is applied. My friends, as you can see, a travel ban is serious business, especially while the Caribbean nations depend so much on the travel ban, on the United States of America. These 6 Caribbean countries include, again, Haiti and Cuba, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua. These are the countries that face an outright travel ban. The Jamaican Gleaner carried this news story, and the Jamaican Gleaner, the article from the Jamaican Gleaner reads, according to newspaper article, a proposal developed by the U.S. diplomatic and security officials would see Antigua and Barbuda and 5 other Caribbean nations, including St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, St. Lucia, Haiti, and Cuba restricted based on the concerns that could include inadequate security practices for issuing passports, insufficient information sharing, or travelers or selling of citizenship to people from banned countries. This could be the reason why several Caribbean nations, including Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Dominica, and St. Lucia, face a travel ban because they practice citizenship by investment programs. These Caribbean nations that provide citizenship by investment program is Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Antigua, and Barbuda. Grenada is not on the list, but Grenada provides citizenship by investment. My friends, let me play for you. This news was carried wide and far. And this is an audio clip by Weon, news media source out of India. And this is what it states.
Meanwhile, the United States is planning to impose a new travel ban on citizens of several countries from entering its shores. According to the New York Times, the Trump administration has prepared a draft list that restricts citizens of nearly 43 countries from entering the United States. The list includes suggestions and recommendations from diplomatic and security officials. It categorically segregates countries under 3 different color palettes: red, orange, and yellow. Countries under the red palette indicate that citizens hailing from these nations are completely barred from entering the United States. 11 countries are part of this list that includes Afghanistan, Bhutan, Cuba, Iran, Libya, North Korea, Somalia, Sudan, Syria, Venezuela, and Yemen. Now, the orange category has 10 countries that includes Belarus, Eritrea, Haiti, Laos, Myanmar, Pakistan, Russia, Sierra Leone, South Sudan, and Turkmenistan. Now, citizens of these countries might face restrictions from entering the US but are not totally banned. Furthermore, citizens will be subjected to mandatory in-person interviews for visas. The draft proposal also includes a yellow category that has 22 countries. Now, these nations will have to share information on incoming travelers with the US. The nations on the yellow list will have to address these concerns within 60 days or face the threat of being moved to the other two categories. Now, the draft list will be officially released next week, and according to the New York Times, the draft was prepared after the US President Donald Trump signed an executive order requiring the State Department to identify countries that do not follow proper screening procedures.
There you had it, my friends. That is the WION news media out of India. So this news is being carried wide and far. However, this news has been said by a famous influencer and media blogger out of St. Kitts and Nevis by the name of Everton Obi Powell, and he would have said maybe this is fake news. And I will read the Facebook post that he made just 2 hours ago. The post reads, "Is the New York Times lying? PM Drew of St. Kitts and Nevis, PM Gaston of Antigua, and PM Skerritt of Dominica, and PM Pierre out of St. Lucia have all came out and stated that the same thing. No official communication from the US. Nobody has received any official communication about being put on a list. There is nothing on the White House or State Department pages about a list which would always publish such information. Trump, who is not shy about publicly stating his position, has never once said anything negative about countries with citizenship by investment CBI. Heck, even recently stated his own CBI with his golden green card. So again, is the New York Times deliberately lying? Until I see something official, this is made up propaganda put out by the media and Democrats to stir up confusion, emotions, and anger. Government of St. Kitts and Nevis addresses alleged leak. Travel restriction draft confirms no communication received. Also, the government of Antigua posted as well, and the government of Dominica and St. Lucia all would have said that they did not receive any official statement from the US through their diplomatic channels in Washington, D.C. They would not have received anything to say that this is true. But information always leak. This information could have been leaked before the government of the Caribbean nations were contacted. So let's give it time and see how this story unravel, and I will continue to keep you updated. But if you're watching for the first time, my friends, please consider subscribing to my channel, because the mission of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. You can also become a channel member of my channel by clicking the link in this description box and joining my channel. Also, I have a travel channel. The link is here in the description box. Go on over and subscribe to that channel. Like this video, share it with all your friends and family, and most importantly, please comment your thoughts and opinion and let me know what you think about this topic of the US threatening to ban 6 Caribbean nations and 22 African countries. If this news is in fact true, we will wait and see. But for now, it could be true and it could be made up propaganda, as stated by St. Kitts, the biggest, baddest blogger out of St. Kitts and Nevis, the BBB Obi Everton Powell, or Everton Obi Powell, goes by that name, famous blogger out of St. Kitts and Nevis. So you can go on out and check him out as well. He normally posts breaking news on his Facebook page. My friends, my name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut. Make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. I try to post videos every day, and I've been doing so for well over a month now, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video. But before I go, please consider subscribing to my channel. And the mission here of this channel is to bridge the gap between the African continent and the African diaspora. We are one people separated by a brutal European slave trade and colonialism, and it is now more than ever important that we bridge that gap now, 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 now. Cannot wait any longer until we are totally in crisis. What are we going to do? Wait until we are in crisis to act? It is time for the African Union and the CARICOM countries come together and develop trading routes between West Africa and the Caribbean. The point is very close. Let's have direct flights. Let's have direct shipping of goods and people, material and people back and forth, and let us bridge that gap. Look, African diaspora includes the Caribbean nation islands, African Americans, Africans in Canada, Africans in Europe, Africans in UK, Africans in South America, Brazil, Colombia, our two largest Southern African countries, or not Southern African, Southern American countries. And we have Belize in Central America. We have Guyana in South America. And we have Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, Dominica, St. Kitts and Nevis, Antigua and Barbuda, Haiti, Cuba, Jamaica, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, and we have Guadeloupe, the French West Indies. A subscriber remind me that I don't normally talk about the French West Indies. Martinique and Guadeloupe. Our people are there as well. The majority of the population, they are black Africans. You make up the African diaspora as well. So, if you're in Guadeloupe and Martinique, much love coming to you from myself and my subscribers and viewers as well. We are one people separated by a brutal European slave trade and colonialism, headed by Spain, France, and Britain, my friends. But now is our time to shine. We're coming back together as one, and with your help today, please subscribe today and support the journey. You can also support the journey by, some people leave a donation in the comment section. You can give me a super chat. I appreciate that, those donations. People are being making donations. I appreciate them. I appreciate when you subscribe as well. I appreciate if you like the video and comment your thoughts and share the video. All of that is showing support. However way you can support the journey, it will be much appreciated. That's it for now, my friends. My name is Beyond. This is Beyond Uncut, and I will see you again tomorrow in the next video. Bye-bye.